Young Masuk tweeted, quote, Kawhi, been ruled out for tonight with a right knee sprain. So I'm sorry we wasted your time on the previous segment, but pay attention to this segment. Brew, your reaction.
Devastating. I see no way the Clippers, and look, we just saw the Grizzlies beat the Lakers without Ja. We think that the Warriors will win the night without Draymond. We've seen strange things happen. So I guess there's an always never say never component. But basketball-wise, I see no way they win this game. And if Phoenix doesn't take advantage of this, Nick, then you're going to have some real questions about the Phoenix Suns. Blow them out early and get your guys some rest. That's what this should be.
I got to be honest. I would move past this game and this series and everything in my head. But now, just since you're talking about this game, I just realized we are going to get the full Russell Westbrook experience tonight. Remember a few weeks ago when they were both out and Russ had that awesome game?
Like 36.
He hit 5 threes that game. But to me, this is a bigger picture. Again, we just got this news, so I'm going to do this off the top of my head, so apologies if I get a little of it wrong, but hopefully I won't. Here's the timeline for Kawhi Leonard, right? 2017, he finishes top 4 MVP. He's with the Spurs. He's unbelievable. Historically efficient postseason. Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals. He's having a great game, and Zaza goes under his leg, and he's out for the rest of the series, and the Warriors dispatch of what could have been a great series with Kawhi and Durant going head-to-head. That was 2017. 2018, he plays a few games for San Antonio. Remember, Pop was like, I don't know.
Yeah, he's
cleared. He's not coming. Uncle Dennis became a big factor in all of our lives, if you remember. But he's out essentially that whole year. 2019, he goes to Toronto. They load manage him all year. He has one of the greatest series any player's ever had. Round 2 against Philly. Right. It's the game winner. The rest of the playoffs is good, but is not.
He's hampered.
It's not exceptional because you can see he's hampered. So that's 2019, right? 2020 goes to the Clippers. They're in the bubble. He's playing great. And then he slows down the final 3 games of that series, and it looks like he's not himself, and they blow a 3-1 lead. The next year he's in the playoffs. He's unbelievable. I'm listening to folks say this is Michael Jordan 2.0 with the mid-range jump shots. On an innocuous play, it's reported, if you remember, a knee sprain.
Right.
It was a torn ACL. 2022, he misses the whole year. This year, he's not fully healthy when the year starts. And then starting in January, it's like, oh my God, have you seen Kawhi Leonard since January? He plays a back-to-back for the first time in years.
Yeah, full half.
Half, right. And 2 games of the playoffs. And in the second half of game 2, he looked like he was kind of dragging that leg again.
Look, he and Dusty said he's averaged about 38 minutes a game over these last 5-6 games. And we talked about it the other day, how he played 40-plus minutes a few of those games. And he's never done that. When he was in San Antonio, we know they were short on minutes. They load managed. And then I've had people tell me, and talking to people around the league about load management, one thing they have said is, as players have been criticized for this, Kawhi Leonard is one of those guys. He needs it. His is not, I don't feel like playing tonight, I just need time. His is, he really needs load management. I'm not going to rip the Clippers.
No.
But maybe they let him play. Unfortunately, again, I'm not in any way criticizing him because you're an NBA player. We expect you to play. But maybe they played him too much, and he just couldn't withstand it.
So this was not an original idea. I thought it was just brilliant. I forgot where I read it, and I wish I could give this person credit. But it was, are we all looking at Kawhi's career through the wrong lens? That he's not a healthy player who gets hurt a lot and needs to be load managed. He's more akin to Brandon Roy, who is able to work through a injury that would otherwise have him out of the league. So it's that way. It's like, man, you gave us a lot. when maybe your body is not built for this.
Yeah,
Brandon Roy's an extreme case, but
Yeah.
I get
well,
what you're
shoot,
saying.
the name I went to was Bill Walton. So Bill Walton, again, not to do a history lesson, but people don't know, Bill Walton was arguably the greatest college basketball player ever, certainly on the short list of who you could argue. Came into the league and instantly was a league MVP and a finals MVP and a dominant player. Suffered an odd foot injury and then won another championship as a sixth man
right.
with the Celtics, but was never the same. I do wonder if, starting with the Zaza play and then the chain of events that then ended with the torn ACL, if for Kawhi Leonard to be an effective player, if the plan has to be he is a 20-minute a night, 60 game a year guy. I think that might be it, and that's not.
And just accept it.
Because I was by the way one of the people most critical of his load managing early when he got to, I don't know if it was Toronto or the Clippers, whatever it is. There was a game.
The Clippers,
there was a game. There was a year that he sat out a game before Halloween. And it was like game 3, and I was like, you got to be kidding me.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I remember us talking about it. But I guess I should apologize,
right.
and I was wrong. He's just ruined by injury.
I think it depends on what this really is, how serious this really is. But I do agree. Look, these playoffs, I mean, playing him 20 minutes a night, obviously you got no chance. And if he's really hurt, maybe you have to resort to that or sitting him out altogether. But I agree with it's like going in the next season, if he's able to play, he's probably a sixth man or something
awesome. But that's where he's at.
That's your only hope of him staying healthy.
I don't know how you navigate this if you are the Clippers. In this regard, let's take the most optimistic view. He's out tonight, back for game 4. Okay? The most optimistic view would be that, right? And let's say they lose tonight. Down 2-1 after 3 games. Not a disaster, actually about what everyone would have expected, right?
Better
than some would have expected, but what the odds makers would have expected to be after 3 games. I don't know if that's the case if you're Ty Lue the rest of this postseason. How you can play him more than 30, 32 minutes.
He's got to call
Well, I think a question also is what is Kawhi's attitude going to be? Because he's San Antonio, you brought that up. That was a perfect example. He's not going out there if he's concerned about his health. I've been told that since he entered the league, he was one of those guys that was like, unless I'm 110%, I'm not playing. And so he probably has the last final say on this.
Russ is going to go for 40 tonight, I'll tell you that much.
Well, you're going to see some
Clippers
old school Russ.
2-11 in their last 13 games without Kawhi. So
That's not good. And some of those games Paul George played. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get more from the show and to check out clips from other shows on FS1.